Planning to board a flight in 2025? You might be stopped before you even reach the gate. TSA has rolled out new ID and passport rules that are stricter and sneakier than ever before. These changes are quietly tripping up thousands of travelers, leading to missed flights, denied boarding, and vacations ruined before they begin. From the real ID deadline that could make your current license useless, to overlooked passport traps that could leave you stranded abroad. This isn't just about paperwork, it's about whether you'll even be allowed to board your flight. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now because I'm about to save your next trip from a TSA nightmare that's brewing. Trust me, you'll want these insider alerts before your next flight. Let's uncover the 8 critical TSA rule changes that could wreck your trip, and how to avoid every single one. Number 8. The real ID deadline. You're probably ignoring. Imagine arriving at the airport, coffee in hand, excited for your trip, only to be told your license isn't valid for boarding. No, it's not expired. But after May 7th, 2025, it might as well be. That's the deadline for the federal Real ID requirement. After years of delays, it's finally happening. If your driver's license doesn't have a star, bear, or flag in the upper corner, you could be grounded, even on a short domestic hop. Around 30% of Americans still don't have a real ID. And guess what? You can't just walk into the DMV and walk out with one. You'll need proof of identity, your social security number, and 2 documents showing your address, like utility bills or bank statements. Oh, and you must show up in person. Pro tip: some DMVs let you upload your documents ahead of time. Use that. Wait times are expected to explode by early 2025, with some states already booking out months in advance. Don't wait for the airport to teach you this lesson the hard way. But wait, what if you suddenly discover your ID is missing or expired right before your trip? That leads us to our next critical rule change that could save your vacation from disaster. Number 7. The secret list of TSA-approved IDs no one talks about. Lost your wallet right before a flight? Most people panic and cancel, but if you're in the know, there's a backup plan, and it could save your entire trip. The TSA accepts 16 forms of ID, but they rarely advertise it. These include U.S. passport cards, just $65 versus $165 for a full passport, global entry, Nexus, or Sentry cards, enhanced driver's licenses, offered in select states like Michigan and New York, military IDs, permanent resident cards, and even tribal photo IDs. Here's the kicker. Over 60,000 travelers a year are initially denied boarding simply because they didn't know these options existed. Keep a scan of your backup ID on your phone. And better yet, tuck your passport card in a separate bag. The difference between boarding and missing your flight might come down to that $65 investment. And yes, the TSA can verify your identity without ID, but expect delays of 30 minutes or more, and possibly miss your flight if it's a busy day. Think your passport is always ready for international travel? The next secret catches thousands of dream vacations every year. Keep watching. Number 6. The passport validity rule that's wrecking dream vacations. You saved for months, booked the perfect trip, packed your bags, and then, just as you're about to board that international flight, you're told you can't go. Why? Your passport expires in 2 months. That should be enough, right? Wrong. Many countries, especially across Europe, Asia, and South America, require your passport to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned departure date. That's right. Even if it's technically valid, it might still get you denied entry. According to the State Department, this is the #1 cause of Americans being turned away at immigration. Avoid this heartbreak. Go to the State Department's travel pages and check the specific passport requirements for your destination. Some require 3 months, others 6, and a few demand a full year of validity beyond your trip. Smart move? Set a calendar reminder 9 months before your passport expires. That gives you plenty of time to renew, without rushing or paying extra. Speaking of timing, what if you could skip the entire passport office altogether? A new renewal option could save you weeks of stress, if you act fast. Number 5. The online passport renewal program most travelers miss. Waiting in line to renew your passport is the worst. But here's what most people don't know. The State Department now lets eligible travelers renew their passports entirely online. No more in-person visits. No more waiting rooms. But not everyone qualifies. You must have a passport issued within the last 15 years. Been at least 16 when it was issued. No name changes or significant damage. And here's the twist. Even online, standard processing takes 6 to 8 weeks, or up to 12 during peak seasons like summer. Over 40% of renewals are delayed during those busy times. Need it faster? Expedited service costs $60 and still takes 2 to 3 weeks. Super urgent? You'll need a rare appointment at one of the 26 passport agencies, and spots disappear in minutes. The earlier you renew, the less it costs, and the fewer nerves you'll have to endure. Now that you've got your documents sorted, let's talk security, because there's a powerful way to breeze past the long lines, and most people still don't use it. Number 4. Skip the line secrets, even frequent flyers. Miss. Here's a scene. Long lines, stressed out travelers juggling bins, removing shoes, unpacking laptops. Then you stroll past, fully dressed, laptop still in bag, straight to the scanner. TSA PreCheck makes this real. For just $78, you get 5 years of fast lane treatment, averaging under 5 minutes at security, according to February 2024 stats. But wait, it gets better. Combine it with Clear, which uses biometrics to skip the ID check line entirely. Together, they create a near frictionless security experience. Warning: just seeing PreCheck on your boarding pass doesn't mean you're enrolled. You must apply, do a background check, and complete an in-person interview. Another tip: even with PreCheck, bulky jewelry, random electronics, or liquids violations can get you pulled aside. So follow the rules and enjoy your VIP shortcut. But what if you're traveling with kids, or worse, without all the right paperwork? This next rule is spoiling vacations before they even start. Number 3. The family travel rule. That's spoiling vacations. You've packed snacks, iPads, and toys. You're juggling kids and carry-ons. The last thing you need is for the TSA to stop you because of paperwork. Here's what many parents don't know. For domestic flights, kids under 18 don't need ID when flying with an adult. For international flights, even for infants, a valid passport is required. No exceptions. Traveling solo with your child or with someone else's, bring a notarized letter of consent from the other parent or legal guardian. Without it, you risk being held up for questioning, or even turned away at customs. Also, some domestic airlines require a birth certificate for lap infants to prove age eligibility. Forget it, and you might pay for an extra seat or get delayed. The worst feeling as a parent? Watching a border agent frown. Pull your family aside and start asking questions, while your flight board's in the background, ready to pack your bags. Don't forget this next rule. It's simple, but it trips up millions of travelers every year. Number 2. The liquids rule is still a trap, and still misunderstood. Rumors fly every year. The 311 liquids rule is gone. Nope, it's still here. And it's still ruining carry-ons across the country. You're allowed 1 quart-sized clear plastic bag. Inside, containers must be 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less. 1 bag, per person. That's it. Still confused? You're not alone. TSA agents confiscate over 30 gallons of liquids daily at major airports. That's thousands in perfume, lotion, sunscreen, and more, trashed because people misunderstood the rule. And don't be fooled by duty-free stores. If your connection goes through another airport, that $150 cologne could get tossed during rescreening. Exceptions? Medications, baby formula, and breast milk, but declare them at the checkpoint to avoid problems. Packing properly saves time and money, and spares you the heartache of watching a TSA agent chuck your favorite skin cream into the bin. And finally, the #1 mistake that wrecks more travel plans than anything else. And you won't believe what new tech is catching people by surprise. Number 1, the airport technology upgrade that could catch you off guard. Airports are getting smarter. But are you ready for it? TSA is rolling out CT scanners at major airports, and these machines can see through your bag in 3D. Great for security. Bad for those trying to sneak oversized liquids or unscanned electronics. Soon, you won't need to remove laptops or liquids, but only if your airport has these scanners. And not all checkpoints have them yet, creating confusion. One traveler we spoke to packed liquids loosely based on the new scanner rules, only to go through an old checkpoint and have everything tossed. Also, facial recognition is expanding fast. Over 25 airports now use it for check-in and boarding. Some travelers are thrilled, others are creeped out. If you opt out, you can still request a manual ID check, but say so early. Otherwise, you might be rerouted or delayed. Moral of the story? Know your airport's setup before you pack, and always prepare for the lowest common denominator. The next time you pack your bags and head to the airport, don't just think about what you're bringing. Think about what TSA might take away: your time, your comfort, or your entire trip. These 8 rules are catching travelers by surprise every single day. But not you. Now you're armed with the insider knowledge to breeze through security like a pro. If you found this helpful, tap that like button, subscribe for more smart travel tips, and check out our next video revealing how to pack medications for travel in 2025 and what you must avoid. Travel smarter, not harder. And we'll see you in the next one.